Love is what you make it. If you know, you know. Oh, I've never been loved, and I've never loved anyone.
Dude, it's just how do you define love? Just think about it. It's like,
It's like a deep connection with someone. Well, I had deep connections with a lot of people, family, people I have like had romantic interest in, literally like pets and stuff. It doesn't matter. You can love your pets, you can love your parents, you can love just loved ones. I have found one example is I have found what is and what isn't love. At one point, I had been in a relationship with someone, and I was under the impression that they loved me for who I was, but instead they really only wanted me for my body. And that after that whole ordeal, I soon realized they didn't really love me as much as I loved them. It was pretty much just a learning experience.
It's like I think love is kind of like it's a strong feeling of connection and concern towards another person, and then it kind of like it can arise from like a really close friendship or like something like that. You get close, and then your love like gets deeper, and you really care about that person, and you don't want anything to happen to them. You would do anything to protect them. Like you're always there for them. You would do anything, pretty much. They call you, you're there. If they need you, anything like that. I feel like that's kind of like what love is. Well, I've had a lot of ups and downs in my like past relationships. I mean, like I've had some really nice ones, but sometimes that niceness can like crumble so easily. Sometimes love can break so easily. That person can turn on you. They can be like come a different person. It's kind of weird. If you have to like find your soulmate, because until then, love is kind of really hard. Watch out for those red flags. They come like you can notice them pretty instantly. And also don't like I take the slow burn route. Do not rush into anything. Rushing into anything has like it makes you feel like deeper connected with that person and stuff, too close to getting to know them, and you need to like take a slow burn route. You need to really get to know them, and you need to like find out if anything's like weird with them, any of their red flags. Like you just want to find your green flag person.
Yeah, damn, that's a hard question actually. I feel like it's kind of more than a feeling, I guess, but it originates as a feeling. There are people who love people, but they'll still hurt them, you know? So it's like you can love somebody and you could like still do things like to hurt them. Like for example, if you like cheated on somebody or if like someone's crazy and they like beat the shit out of someone, they can still love them, I think. So I think love is kind of maybe a little bit overcomplicated. Like it could be kind of simple. You could love somebody just by having feelings of care for them,
Where
but
do you
you could
go?
it's still
Hello?
possible to go against those feelings by like
Oh, okay.
people who cheat on their partners and stuff like that. Like I believe that you could still have love for that person, but it's other things that are required like respect and care and things like that if we're talking about like a relationship. But I guess overall, I think maybe love is kind of a simplistic feeling of immense care for somebody. It seems kind of, I guess, boring, I guess, but maybe like care, just for lack of a better term. Because, like, with my girlfriend, if I ever thought about like something that I could do that would hurt her, I know I would never do it because the thought of me hurting her makes me really sad. So maybe also empathy is a big part of it as well, I think. You know, there's people who like say they love you. Like for example, if somebody has like in like a bad father or something like that, you know, abusive or drunk father, they could their father, you know, could be the type that's like, oh, you know, I love you, but then they don't show it because they just end up hurting and causing pain to that person. And then like same with like a relationship, you know, like you could be in a relationship and everything seems nice, and then years down the line, like it stops working out or something like that. They do something to hurt you, and you realize you guys weren't made for each
What
other.
happened? Oh,
But the thing is,
I
I
saw
think
the
those
news now. So
relationships
sad.
and those everything that happened in them are important for developing the person that you become and the way that you navigate through life. So I guess to ultimately answer your question of how it's been for me, eye-opening because I've had it be eye-opening in like a bad way where like I learn a lesson and I find what I don't want, and then also good instances of eye-opening where I realize there's people out there that even if you feel like you won't find love again, some people will kind of just change your perspective on it.
And have you ever had an experience where you've accidentally or purposefully hurt somebody you loved?
Yeah, I would say in my first real relationship, I was in high school, and I was very insecure naturally, and that kind of just helped lead to the downfall of it. And so I don't know if I could say this is purposely or not purposely hurting them, but like just kind of like you act like a bad way towards them to see if they will still stay with you, to prove to yourself that they still love you. Whether I think it's been indirect, but I have hurt people that I have cared about, but I don't think there's ever been a time where I've done it on purpose, because I guess to me, if you love somebody, you should be smart enough to know better than to try to hurt them. Because like if you love somebody, you don't want to see them hurt, so why would you cause that? For an overall type of love like that, just in all aspects of your life, I think it's important to develop a relationship with yourself and figure out what you truly love, what you truly enjoy, instead of maybe find like you for like a relationship example, if you find someone and you think they're really attractive but their personality's not great, then you're just going to be lying to yourself, and you're not actually going to love, you're not going to feel the good type of love. And then like a hobby wise, if you see something's really popular and you're kind of forcing yourself to do it, you're just going to be wasting your time, because if you take time to learn about yourself and improve yourself and actually find out what you as a person genuinely love, then I feel like that's going to be the truest and most rewarding form of love. But it all starts with loving yourself.
How to define it? I mean, it's really all about perception, dog. Some people think if you beat up people, if I beat your ass and we're dating, that's love. Sadly, part of it. Some people think that's buying flowers. It's great. It depends on perception, man. Everything's perception based.
What's your experiences with love?
It's up and down. I'd say it's up and down, on and off. Is like the bigger word for it. To be honest, everyone. It's weird, bro. It's just love is just a weird thing, man. It's like asking the meaning of life. You know what I mean? It's just your perception on it.
I guess if you don't mind me asking, how has it been up and down?
I mean, you're just young and dumb, man. You're just young and dumb. Take shit for granted. Take shit too serious, or like sometimes you just find the wrong person, man. It's all experience. It's all experience to do better or worse, depending on how you learn. I feel like a lot of people take pain and like want pity from it, but like the main thing you gotta learn from pain is just learn from it, man. That's it. You have to honestly like pay attention to your mistakes, pay attention to the people you surround yourself with and fall for, and like you have to, you gotta do something different, or it's just gonna loop again. You know, you can't do the same thing, expect something different. It's just not how it works. Not how the world works, man. Really, just like again, I keep saying it, but like perception, man. It's just like your experience, what I mean. My worst breakup story could be like your best breakup story. Your best breakup story could be my worst. Like it's all everyone lives like in their own world, man. We're on the same planet, but we all have different worlds and different views on shit. It's crazy. This is so crazy, man. I used to ask like a lot of women, like why do women cheat? Besides the ones that be like, why do men cheat? You know what I mean? The majority answer is say because they're bored. I was like, what? And like it's because I've met women that had like the guy did everything, the flowers, the date nights. They don't. It seems like the ones that say they were bored, they don't like routine. They want to be surprised. They want to be like, oh, like there's just at that age where it's like around our age group is like they just want to be fucked over. They want like dramatic shit. But if you have problems, they want to try to fix you. I've learned.
I mean, I've never experienced a lot of love before, but I know you can experience it in different ways. When I was loved by my ex-friends, it felt really nice. It's like I'm always isolated all the time, so when I talk to my friends online, it was just really special to me. It was like it felt so deep. The thing is, it just feels good that you still have those good memories with that person. I think that's all that matters.
I guess, have you ever tried to like rekindle those friendships?
I mean, I tried, but it just didn't feel the same anymore. When you find that special person, even if it's a partner, I just think you should just cherish it and just love every little moment, because you'll never know if something might happen to them, or maybe they'll just leave.
Love is unconditional and sacrificial. If you're not willing to sacrifice something for someone, you don't truly love them, if that makes sense. Because see, me, I believe in Jesus Christ and what he did for me. And he laid his life on the cross for me. And I ain't gonna lie, he a bigger man than me because I wouldn't do that for no one. He went through it for real. The reason why my faith is so strongly in him is because I have the Holy Spirit. And I'd say I've encountered God. And his love is real. You don't get it until you experience it. But once you do, you'll know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So what I've learned in my personal life is you can't trust no one but God. Like, you could trust other people, but don't rely on them, because when you rely on people, we're only human. We're gonna mess up. But God is perfect. He's not gonna mess up, and his word tells us that he's gonna be faithful and stay faithful. And I put my faith in that, and I really believe in that. And there's been some instances I was in a church and I put my head on the altar, which is where the preacher preaches, and I could feel his presence, and I'm profusely crying and I'm praying in my head so no one can hear what I'm saying. But this other lady who also believes in Jesus was answering me what I was saying and said, God said this, God said that. And when I tried to get up, I couldn't stand up. But yeah, that's my perspective.
I think love is built on mutual trust between two people. There can't be love without trust and boundaries. That's all for me, though. It's really not that complicated. I've had bad experiences, especially in school, and I've had good ones. But it all just depends on who you meet and what kind of person you date. A good experience I had was in middle school when I dated this guy that I had a crush on. We were dating for about 2 years. I met him in 7th grade and we dated all the way until my freshman year, but I had away and we lost contact shortly after. But those are one of my better relationships. His account, we had each other's Instagram, and his account got banned, and I was never able to get his new one. So we just never ended up talking again after that. It's okay if you don't vibe with someone. Two people might not ever be on the same page, and it might not work out for everyone, but as long as you're happy, that's what matters.
I think love is kind of almost like a gamble in a way. Almost. Kind of like a gamble.
Yeah,
What's a character, there was a quote that a character said that I like. He said, if you love someone, you must bear the risk of feeling hate for them. You know what I'm saying? Because, if things go wrong, the relationship not going to be the same, I've had bad experiences, good experiences. I feel like everyone has gone through that. I feel like it's just, honestly, I feel like in most cases, I feel like it's a stage, like, especially things like, heartbreak and stuff, unfortunate things happen, and then I feel like it's a stage, you're supposed to build yourself. Don't let it tear you down. You're supposed to build yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I guess maybe when I was young, probably when I was in school and stuff, how, when you get your first love and stuff, you do dumb stuff, you don't really listen to nobody else. I don't know. It's all part of, it's literally just, it's a stage. I view it as a stage, if you love somebody, you give it a try, why not, but I mean, if it don't work out, you just always know the risk. Not everyone is lucky enough to find they one. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So if you got someone, you should put your all into it. Cause some people I know, let's say if they fell in love with a girl and then they got their heart broke. So now they like, a playboy or something, you know what I'm saying? Like they go around, they don't care about girls' feelings, and I'm like, damn, man. And I mean, like I see it from both point of views, you know what I'm saying? Cause like, he don't trust no more because of the whole thing. But then it's like, dang, what if the other partner was serious, I feel like you should really actually take it slow. Like, actually don't rush into a relationship, honestly. Make sure, to me, number one thing in a relationship is understanding and communication. So no matter what you do, I feel like, it seems like he typed something. Is it letting me is just caring for someone? Yeah. And make sure there's like communication. Communication to me is like, that's number one. Communication and understanding. That's like the two top things, you know what I'm saying? Because if you can get through that, you can get, because no relationship is going to have, it's not going to be smooth sailing. There's going to be bumps. There's going to be bad days. Y'all going to argue. Y'all not going to like each other, especially like the long-term ones. Like, y'all, it's not going to be 100%, loving each other, lovey-dovey. Some days you're going to be like, oh, gosh, why you got to do this? Oh, gosh, understanding, communication, you know what I'm saying? Love takes work. It's a choice. Yeah, right. It's an effort, dedication. You got to dedicate. And then, yeah.
Oh, won't you be my summer lover? I can't make up my mind, my dear. I need someone to keep me company. Soon the winter will be near. Someone to fuck all through the night and chase my demons out to space. The my summer lover.